So we've started recording. So good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. We are here with a special guest, Mr. Rilwan Akeyewale. So Rilwan is a good friend of mine that I met last year. Last year, almost at this time. And one thing that I loved about him was the fact that he was humble and he wouldn't know that he does big things like what he's going to be explaining to us tonight. So time is fast spent, so I'll just give it to you, Ridwan. Just tell us what you do and why it is important for people to pay attention to that aspect of what you do.
Yeah, thank you very much, my good friend. I'm very glad to be here today. Yeah. I'm very sorry for coming a bit late, you know. A lot of things. I'm very sorry.
No problem.
Okay, so we tried doing this last week, but yes. A lot of people are on the internet. The internet is like, I wish I was in Mike Adenuga's shoes right now, or MTN shoes. Those guys would be cashing out.
MTN made 72 billion, almost times 2 of what they made last quarter in the first quarter this year. 72 billion.
Wow.
I don't know if it's
because everyone is just on the internet. People are streaming live. So it was crazy that last week we couldn't hear each other because So my name is Rilwan Akeyewale. I'm sure you know about me, but I'm looking at the participants here. I know Ezine, I know Elechuku. I think I know pretty much everyone here, but I'll still say a little bit about myself. So I am a business strategist and financial analyst. What that means is that I help businesses, do a strategy plan, and I help them write, business plans, financial models that, investors can understand and probably make investments in their businesses. So we've been able to have a lot of success stories with the startups and SMEs that we work with. I was an associate at KPMG. I'm currently a contributor to the World Economic Forum's agenda. I'm also a 2-time delegate of Nigeria to the World Youth Forum in Egypt. I'm also recently an ambulance of the African Presidential Leadership Program, a program organized by the President of Egypt for outstanding young African leaders. So a lot of things about me. I'm also a Tony Eluvelu Foundation entrepreneur. So I have been there and done that, and I've done it for myself, and I have been able, together with my team, be able to replicate it for a lot of other businesses. So let's get straight to it. That's a little about me. The name of my company is Tech Plan Africa. So the website is techplan.africa. We do a lot of awesome stuff. You should check it out.
I'll put it on the chat.
Okay, so
I said I'll put it on the chat now, the website.
Awesome. So that's a little bit about me. Let's get to the topic of the discussion, why business plans are important. So in this part of the world, a lot of businesses, we don't do a lot of planning, okay? We just start. Sometimes we hear that, okay, Hassan is doing a business. He's making a lot of money. Yeah, let me to start. We'll start. Or someone will say, it's Tech Plan, Tech, PLAN .Africa. Okay. So, we shall start one way or the other. We learn it and we start. That's not bad, okay? But there should be some sort of planning in place. Even if as a startup, you from your day one, you can't afford or you don't know how to write the big business plan, okay? But at least you should be able to put pen to paper to say, okay, to highlight some things. You need to, for example, know what exactly is that thing that you're taking to the market. So a lot of people are just selling things, probably products or services. You see a lot of businesses on Instagram, on Facebook, but they are doing pretty much the same thing. That's not a bad idea, but you should be able to ask yourself that, okay, what's that little thing that will attract my customers to me? that I'll be
Yes.
doing and the Sikira next street is not doing. You understand? So, but a lot of us, we just venture into business in what I call anywhere belle face kind of method. I like using that word a lot.
Yeah.
So we just venture into the business and that's it. And then we complain that there is no sales or we lose money. A client reached out to me, for example, yesterday.
Okay.
She's in the UK and she has a friend back home in Nigeria that she's been trying to help, like stand on. She said the friend, they went to the university together and she feels that she should help her, stand on her feet. And she has been investing in this lady every time. She'll give her huge money and say, start this business. And then 6 months, the money is gone. And she'll give her another money, start this business. Another 1 year, the money is gone. So she reached out to me and said, look, this time around, I want a proper business plan. Before I even put down another kobo, I still feel like I should help her, but I think we should do it differently this time. Let's plan. Let's even know what should we go into, where should we do it, and a lot of other things, which is a very smart decision if you ask me, because in this part of the world, we don't take business plans very serious. We just say, is it not the same spare part that my great-grandfather sold and my father took it from him, and then me too, I took it. Is it you that would now be teaching me? You understand? But the thing is that markets are changing. Look, you're going to ask people in the oil sector now. A lot of things are changing rapidly. You're going to ask people in the travels industry, in the hospitality industry. A lot of things are changing, and that's the way the banking industry, and that's the way the world is wired. Things will not be the same. So you need to be on your toes. You need to be able to, understand trends. You need to plan ahead. And this is basically what business plan is. Okay, so business plan is not just that document that you just download from the internet and you just have it for having sake. You just throw it somewhere in your wardrobe or somewhere, and that's it. No, the business plan it's like the Bible of the business, something that you go back to the drawing board. It changes, you understand? You meet with your team and you say, okay, this strategy that we're using, is it good? So let me give you an example. In the business plan, there is no business plan that will not have the competitive analysis, okay? So, but a lot of businesses, a lot of us, even the so-called business plans that a lot of people write, I'm very sorry to say, you see competitive analysis comparing competitors that are irrelevant. So let's say, for example, now you have a restaurant in Ibadan, okay? In one corner, maybe I'll go the gates in Ibadan. You will now say, who are your competitors? You now be mentioning the place in Lagos or Domino's in Lagos. Domino's that doesn't even know you exist, and you guys are not even targeting the same customer. You understand? So understanding your competitors alone can make or mar your business. So you have, let me use the example of that restaurant now. Okay, so rather than see those ladies that carry, basin on their head with amala wraps and fufu wraps with soup inside small bowls and go to shops, those ones are your competitors around your area, around that Agodi gate that you have your restaurant. Those are your competitors because they will go and be giving your customers food where they are working. So your customers will not even feel the need to come to your own restaurant to come and sit. You understand? So a lot of other things like that. So if you're not thinking in that line, you won't even be able to identify those ladies as your competitors. But if you are able to identify them as your competitors, that's when you start thinking that, okay, how can I now outcompete these ladies? Maybe I should offer delivery services. You understand? Maybe when you buy something for 1K, we'll offer 100 naira as delivery. You understand? All those kind of things. It's only when you know that the ladies are your competitor that you even be considering that kind of thing. Otherwise, you just be doing it the same way that everyone else is doing, and you'll be complaining. Okay, so let's take, for example, you have a car wash now.
Okay.
And you're mentioning the big car washes in town that probably are even charging 5K, 10K per car. They don't even know you exist. You guys, they are targeting premium market. Maybe you are even targeting the bottom billion where people just come and wash 500 naira. But what you don't know is that the abokis and the gate men in those estates, they are your competitors, but you don't even know. So those guys will say, Oga, just bring 1,000 per month. They'll collect 1,000 from Oga for 1 month, and they'll be washing the gas car every day. It happens. We see it everywhere. Estates. Those ones that they are taking customers off your table. It's now when you know that those guys, the abokis are your competitor, that you now start thinking that what do I sell to these my customers so that they will see this aboki as, no matter the offer of the aboki, they'll still say no. So you may now give them excuses like, see, these abokis, they don't know how to handle cars. They will scratch your paint. They will do this. They will do that. They may steal your things. But we offer all this. You understand?
Yeah.
But a lot of businesses, you don't even see these competitions as your real competitors, and you leave a lot of money on the table. So, and that's what business plan does. See, this is just one aspect of business plan that I've been talking about. Now, think about a lot of other aspects. Think about the sales plan. Think about the marketing plan. Think about, the SWOT analysis. Think about a lot of other things. Now, think about the financial forecast, where you have to, assume a lot of things and do scenarios and, put a lot of things in place to say, okay, what are you going to do? So the importance of business plan, they are numerous, okay? The first one is that it gives you a clear roadmap of where your business is and where your business is going. You understand? So even if you are an existing business, with a business plan, you'll be able to say, this is how we started. Even if you're not able to do a financial forecast or a business plan that started since the 10 years ago that you started, you can do something for past 2 years, okay, in retrospect, and then you do for the present that you have, and then you do the next 2 years. So that would be a 5-year business plan, okay? So it gives you a clear roadmap. Okay, what's the next thing we need to do? What's the next thing we need to do? What's the next thing? Because in business, right, you have to do the right thing at the right time. If you study successful businesses globally, anywhere in the world, they are always at the right place at the right time, doing the right things at the right time. You cannot, for example, in business, you cannot grow too fast. You understand? Let me give you an example. You are a 2-man team. Okay. You don't have any structure in place or any deep process in place. You don't have any huge team in place. And then you offer services, right? Or you sell products too, whichever. And then you go get one very huge contract. You understand? You go ahead and got maybe one very huge contract from Dangote. Maybe you supply food or something like that. So that may kill your business if care is not taken. And I'll tell you why. It's because that's growing very fast. You're from 2-man team to satisfy all the staff of Dangote in the whole of Nigeria. You need a 100-man team on ground. You understand? And if you are not the type that have handled that kind of thing before, it means you need to do recruitment first of all. You need to put a lot of processes in place, and it's not magical. Business is war. It's a lot of you are dealing with 100 people with different personal problems, with different backgrounds, with different religions, with different beliefs, with different work ethics, with different everything. And they will come to work. All of them, they have different goals. You understand? Some people are coming to work because they just want to earn salary, come 9 o'clock, leave 5 o'clock. It not consign them whether company die, whether it not die, it not consign them. You understand? Some of them, they are coming just to build a portfolio or just to have, they have an exit plan already. We've all been there. I've been there too. You understand? So they just want to like spend 6 months. Let me just spend 6 months here, have the name on my CV or something like that, and then you cut out. So all of them, the 100 people, they have different agendas. And it's now your duty as a company to now, pull their goal align it towards the company's goals. You understand? At least a vast majority of them, if not all of them. So in that kind of situation, you already got this Dangote contract. Growing that rapidly and meeting, being able to satisfy that kind of contract, it may kill your business, because to now look to Dangote like you don't know what you're doing or something like that, and they will take away that contract eventually, and then you may have spent a lot of money putting some things in place, and then a lot of businesses die like that. So what I'm saying is, you cannot afford to grow boom. You understand? Yes. So in business, everything is calculation. If, for example, now the number of clients you're servicing per month is 50.
Okay.
That's what your staff can take. You cannot say, you want to do one mad marketing that will now make you satisfy this next month that we're looking at. You want to be able to satisfy 1,000 customers. You die. Because your existing staff capacity cannot take care of it. And you cannot build overnight that kind of thing that will satisfy. So it doesn't work that way. You have to have a planned growth. You have to have a planned growth. And that's what a business plan, but part of the things a business plan will do for you. So you'll be able to have a clear roadmap where you're going and how to get there, step by step, step by step, step by step. So another thing a business plan does for you is it makes you look serious. Really. So if you're starting out, I say this, notwithstanding the fact that this is what I do that puts food on my table, okay? Yeah. But I'll tell you the truth. If you're just starting out, okay? Yeah. If you're just starting out, you just have an idea that you're just trying out, you may not need to pay me 400K to write the business plan for you. Mm-hmm. If you don't have that kind of budget, if that 400K may be the capital that you even have initially, and I won't advise you to pay it to me. I won't tell you. I won't sweet mouth you. I won't sweet mouth you into say just bring the 400K. Or you now used to start the business, so don't give me the 400K.
Exactly.
Go and try it out. But it's now your duty to learn how to write the business plan, or at least to be able to do some little things, if not a full business plan, to just be able to put pen on paper and, outline some goals and do some sketchy business plan, in short. You understand? So it's your duty. Yeah. Or you can get someone with a lower budget if that works for you. So far as you're sure that they're not just, giving you one business plan off the shelf, one copy and paste that they already done for like 500 people before. So I wouldn't advise you, but business plan makes you look serious, makes you look professional, it makes you look like you know what you're doing. Because especially, and that's why when we write business plans for clients, we don't just write it and say, send it to their mail. We carry them along. The assumptions that we made, the figures, so that when you are discussing, you as the owner of your business, when you're discussing with someone, an investor, a partner, or anyone, you'll be able to quote your numbers, because it's what makes you, it's what stands you out. You understand? It shows that you know exactly what you're doing. So when an investor asks you, for example, what's your traction? And you don't know what to say.
I wanted to that. You remember we were talking, sorry for cutting you short. Remember we were talking about that last time when you were trying to make an example with Shark Tank.
Yes. So on Shark Tank, I watch a lot of Shark Tank. I consume a lot of Shark Tank.
What's on it?
So on Shark Tank, for example, they focus on the numbers. They will ask you, what's your traction? What's your business model? So, and just imagine you meeting Tony Lumelu and he asks you that kind of question and you don't know what to say. It shows you don't know what you're doing. And let me tell you, you can't cook all those things right there. You have to have planned it before. You have to have known it and mastered your business plan and know everything about your business model. So if I ask you now, what's your go-to market strategy? What's your value proposition? What's that thing that you're taking to the market? Okay, what's your competitive advantage? So you should, even if you're waking up from sleep, be able to give me answers to those questions. What's your business model? What's your revenue model? You should be able to tell me, even if you're sleeping. What's your customer acquisition cost? So a lot of people just venture into okay, so let me tell you, a lot of people venture into some businesses that from day one, if they had someone like me as a friend, I'll tell them point blank that, see, you except you do another business. So with this business, you just die. Exactly. There's no way. Because you're doing a business, an e-commerce business, for example, something that resembles what Jumia is doing. Do you know how much Jumia spends monthly on customer acquisition? Hey, do you know how much they spend on marketing, on ads? So let me give you an instance now. Let me give you an instance. So the cost of customer acquisition is the one of the highest costs, if not the highest cost, for a company like Jumia. And I'll tell you how it works. So if Jumia says, for example, now that let's say they budget $1 million for ads for this first quarter in 2020, $1 million.
Yeah.
And that $1 million, 1 million people saw that ad, their ad on Google ad, Facebook, Instagram. 1 million people saw it. That's like $1 per person.
Yeah.
Per person, ba? Yeah. So their customer acquisition cost is not $1. No, because it's not all the 1 million people that saw the ad that will eventually go to Jumia to buy something.
Yes, yeah.
So out of that 1 million people that saw it, may be just 10%. 500,000 people.
Wow, that's
which 500,000? It may even be 1,000 or 5,000 people that will go to Jumia website and click on something to buy. And all of them that are buying, it's not that they are buying everything.
Continue.
Hey,
those just continue.
Sorry.
Yeah.
My gen, I think 4 finished. I'm sorry.
Nigeria,
so it's not like they are buying everything
just
equally.
Your video and just let the audio continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like they are buying things equally.
Yeah.
Okay. Somebody will come and buy earpiece 200 naira. Another person will. That one too, 200 naira. That one too, they spent $1 on that person to come to Jumia.
Yeah.
And he will buy earpiece 200 naira. You understand? And they spent almost 420 naira on that one too. You understand? So the customer acquisition cost is very high. For somebody like Jumia, it could be as high as 5K, 5,000 naira per every person that buys something on Jumia's website. So, and you say, I want to compete with Jumia. You die. You just die. If you have somebody like me as a friend, I'll just tell you point blank that, see, and you know the war chest that Jumia has, do you know they have a lot of money and they are still struggling? Do you know the kind of problems they ran into after they went public?
Yeah.
So and they have that's somebody that has investors that has gone public with public's fund. Yeah. And you are coming with your 50K budget.
Exactly.
Because you just have a website and you downloaded a WordPress theme. So I'm not saying that you should not dream or you should not dream big, but this is what a business plan will do for you. Exactly. You'll be able to know the thing you are getting yourself into from day one, and you'll be able to know where you are ending up at. It's that simple. So a lot of other things, if you're trying to raise funding, that's very obvious. Investors will ask for your business plan. No investor in their right mind will say, you just tell them one story and they will just say, yeah, take money. Except you are like maybe in Yola Aboyeji or Shim Shagaya or other big guys like that who have proven themselves over and over and over again that see, because investors most times 80% of the time investors invest in the person and not in the idea.
Yeah.
Idea is cheap.
Yeah.
So they invest in the jockey and not the horse. So if someone like Yola Aboyeji is coming now, they know that even if this idea fails, the guy will come up with something else that will be successful because he has proven himself.
Let them
someone like
who you are talking about, so it won't just fly over their head.
Okay. So Yola Aboyeji is Andela's founder.
Exactly.
He's also the founder of Flutterwave.
Exactly, because I still use them.
So and Andela is like 6 years old company, and today they are like Joberman has ranked them like 3 times the best company to work with in Nigeria.
Okay, sorry to cut you short. What you've told us so far for over 30 minutes just shows that to have a business plan cannot be overemphasized. It is mighty important. It gives you a blueprint of where you are going, and it also shows you where you are at this moment. So quickly, I just want us to wrap this up because the plan, as usual, is we do it very short and sweet. I would like you to tell people what is the best way for them to start in terms of getting a business plan, and also tell them the product you are offering in terms of helping them with getting this done, because you have been able to tell us or show us or teach us without any iota of doubt that you must have a business plan if you're a serious person, especially in this tech economy that we are in. So please, within just 2 minutes, let's just wrap this up and call it a very good night.
Okay, so to have a business plan, like I said, you can either write it yourself. It's the best is to write it yourself if you know how to write it. You understand? The best. I'll tell you the truth, okay? It's best to write it yourself. But if you're not able to, you don't have the time or you don't even know how to write it, then get somebody like me and my team to write it for you. Okay, we do a very good business plan and you won't regret it. The results are there, you know, that we can show you.
Yes.
So, and then we're also currently, you know, doing a very fantastic course that a lot of people have been saying that I underpriced it hugely. So, and it's called the 30 Days Business Plan Challenge. I'm training people who have no, you know, business background, whether you studied accounting, whether you didn't. So it's for 30 days, I'll hold your hand. I'll send you very short videos that won't take your time, 3 minutes to 5 minutes daily. And then I'll tell you these concepts of a part of the business plan. I'll tell you step by step. I'll tell you about the concept and I'll give you instruction how to write your own. But you're right. You sit down, you write it, 5-10 minutes. That one is done. You come back tomorrow, still another one, you write. Till 30 days, your business plan is right in your hands, completed. You understand? So it's underpriced. If I were to charge the real price.
And I'm definitely, with what you've just taught tonight, I'm definitely enrolling for it. Please let them know the price to know how.
So it's just 2,150. 2,000 naira. Not $2,000. 2,000 naira, 150. That's cheap. We already have up to 200 people in the class. So it's very cheap. And it's very awesome.
It's self-placed. Remember, it's self-placed.
Yeah, it's self-placed. So you can you can start today, come back to it next week if you have some busy schedule. It's not going anywhere. You have a lifetime access to the training. You can come back to it anytime. You can finish the whole 30 days in one day.
Yeah. We are totally out of time, but I really appreciate you coming on here to give us this value that you've given, and just like to appreciate you and thank you so much. Unfortunately, we can't take questions because we are run out of time, but we are going to share this video and probably we'll ask you to come on our chat platform to just answer questions if people do come up with questions for you. But thank you so much for your time and
no problem. Thanks for having me. Yeah.
All right. So that it is. we are done with our first show.